Hey, so today we're gonna be talking about G Herbo and his conflict with his hood. If y'all know that G Herbo is a pretty famous rapper. If you into rap music, you pretty much know who G Herbo is. And he been having a little back and forth with his hood. A lot of people are saying that he can't come. Well, not a lot of people, but some people from his hood are saying that he can't come back and he doesn't do anything for the hood or anything. And honestly, I just feel like they're mad because he's kind of learning from the others in the industry, like the Young Thugs of the world, the all the people that's catching Ricos, the Dirks of the world. I feel like he's just becoming smarter and just understanding that he couldn't be blamed for things that's happening in his hood and how the federal government will try to will try to blame him for things that he that people that's linked to him is doing. So I'm gonna show you the clip real quick and just to see what did he say.
Think about me, nigga call me a bitch, nigga,
Yes.
100 million times.
Yes.
I don't care. Like I ain't
Right.
even. I'm not even gonna feed into it. And you think I ain't had to have them uncomfortable conversations? You think nigga
Yeah.
ain't told me I done left the hood and
Yeah,
forgot
all
about
that.
the hood
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm a nigga and I
Yeah.
don't take care of niggas and I ain't the one bonding niggas out no more and paying for funerals. It's like how many times I supposed to do for that
Right.
shit? Do that
Yeah,
shit. Like
yeah.
what y'all want nigga to catch a Rico every time you niggas go to jail for a gun charge, a violent
you
charge?
coming.
I'm the one coming. Like I'm
Never.
the concierge or some shit.
Never.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
Never ever.
So as you can see, he said that every time, like a lot of times that the guys caught, gun charges or any type of case, he was the one that was bailing them out, paying for lawyers, things of that nature. And he just basically said that he felt like he done his part and everything that he could have he could have done at the moment. So basically, like his hands are tied. He's gonna stop doing that because, like I said in the beginning, he don't want to be responsible for other people's actions, which is reasonable because as a grown man, you're not responsible for any other grown man's actions. As we can see, what I don't understand is like these people be in the streets and they be committing crimes, and they don't have any bail money, they don't have any lawyer money, they don't have anything saved up to get them out of that situation. They go and buy these $300 belts, $900 shoes, $200 shirts, $300 pants, and they don't have the essentials to get them out of jail. They don't have the finances to get them out of jail, to even pay the 10% to get them out of jail, but they're blowing their money on like miscellaneous things, right? And they're looking at G Herbo because of his affiliation with them to bail them out. But as a grown man, how do you why are you expecting another grown man to help you out? We all have choices in this life, and if you decide to go down one path and somebody else decide to better their life, or they have the opportunity to better their life and they shoot to that opportunity, you can't be upset with that person because they don't want to continue to go down that path with you. So I'm gonna show you what I guess his name is J Dog, and he basically said this about G Herbo. So as you can see on the screen, he was basically saying that, hey, G Herbo haven't really did anything for the hood. He's lying. He's a cap rapper. This and that. And if he have done anything, it was around 2013. It's 2025 now, and basically those actions are invalid. And to me personally, it just doesn't make sense, right? Because if I'm a expiring rapper that's actually getting buzzed, because if you know anything about G Herbo, and Lil Bibby, they start rapping at the same time, and they had a pretty good buzz, right? And once they start getting that buzz, they start making legal money with rap. Why would I dabble in illegal activities, right? Why would I put myself in a position to go to jail and stop my legal money to have this facade or persona that I'm real. You know, that's it just shows their mindset and shows why they're still in the position that they're in, because people, it's a crab in a bucket mentality. A lot of people want you to still do the same things that a lot of people want you to still do the same things when you were broke. Once you get money, and that just not how things supposed to work. If you're an intelligent person, you know that you should always look to elevate in your life. And I feel like that's what G Herbo is basically saying, is that I got to a point in my life where I knew I had to elevate, and which makes sense because, like I said, you're not gonna risk legal. If you're smart, you're not gonna risk legal money to be the biggest gangster on the block. You know, that's not how it works. If you're in the streets, the goal of being in the streets is to get what you can get out of it and get out. You know, it's not to stay in the streets the whole time. But a lot of people have this thought that you should basically throw away your life to be real or to be considered being real, and they don't have a pot to piss in. You know, so I feel like that's why a lot of this conflict is happening. But G Herbo did respond to J Dog's post, right? And I'm gonna show you right here. So G Herbo is basically saying, because J Dog was saying that, hey, you're scary, you never did anything, this and that. And so he basically responded and said, since he was in the streets since he was younger, and since then nobody has really done anything to him. He hasn't been punched, slapped, robbed. He got shot. We all know that he got shot in the foot or leg one time when he was still a teenager. And he said that the most like physical altercation that happened to him that he took an L in is that he got jumped. But he didn't have any scratches or bruises or busted lips or anything. And if you know, like, just not even just being in the streets, but just being outside, being in the counters, moving day to day as younger, I think we all been jumped before. So that's not really like oh my gosh, you got jumped. Like, that's pretty much normal. I wouldn't say like it's normal to jump people, but like that's not a indictment on his character. Because I mean, we all been jumped before, and I actually been through the same position, being jumped, and nothing really. I didn't have any markings or anything like that, so I can definitely feel what he's saying. And he basically saying like, and I'm gonna show you right here. He's saying basically like, if you feel this way about me, you don't have to keep making these posts on Instagram. Once you see me, you can come in, you can do what you pretty much make your best move, right? And I can kind of feel that, because like, when you first of all, in his perspective, I'm a multi-millionaire. You probably don't have $500 to your name, right? So why would I honestly continue to go back and forth with you? Because I'm just lowering myself to your standard, and you have nothing to lose, and I have everything to lose. And that's what a lot of people need to understand, is that people with nothing to lose will try to trick you out of your position, so you can be at the same level as them. That's really what a lot of people want, because when you don't have any goals in life, when you don't have any true aspirations, and your aspiration is to be a real one, then you antagonize people. You say, oh, you're not street, oh, you're not a gangster, oh, you're not this, that, you're not no goon. But in retrospect, real men don't worry about those things. Real men worry about taking care of their family. Real men worry about moving basically succeeding in their goals and making new goals for themselves, making sure that their family is good, making sure that their kids good, and etc. Right? So that's what actually being a man is. Not how many fights you had, not how many times you shot somebody, how many shootouts you been in, how many robberies you done. That's nothing to do with being a man, because if you think about it, most teenagers do those things, and they are not men. So a lot of people want to equate being a gangster to being a man, to being a real one. But at the end of the day, if you're looking for another man to bail you out of jail, or another man to send you money in jail, or another man to pay for your lawyer, then you can't really call yourself this big. You can't act like you this big person out here, because you're basically upset at him because he don't want to sponsor your lifestyle. Like, you're mad at another grown man because he don't want to sponsor your lifestyle, and you feel like you're justified in that reasoning. And that's what I'm called the crab in the bucket mentality. He doesn't care about G Herbo's children. He doesn't care about his longtime girlfriend and how that would affect them if he was to get a RICO charge and go to prison, right? And that's what you have to kind of understand in this life, that a lot of people just truly don't care about you. They just care what you can do for them. And once you stop doing for them, they basically disregard you. So what I'm going to show you next is some of G Herbo partners basically coming to his defense, right? And they basically saying, as you see on the screen, basically like, hey, you was just at this his new song Reason. It's been going around the internet, going pretty viral. You were just at that video shoot, and you had no animosity. So where did this fake animosity come from? And another person was saying that and well, not another person, but the same person was basically saying that, like, y'all have not did nothing for the block or the hood to even ban anybody. Y'all haven't like put no money on anybody books, and y'all haven't really did anything to your ops to even have this say so to say who can and who can't do something. So basically, it's what it seems like it's kind of split sides. It looks like the younger generation is not really feeling the older generation. The older generation is not taking disrespect from the younger generation. So I honestly hope that this does get resolved. I don't want to hear any bad news about G Herbo. I don't want to hear him saying that he got into like a shooting or that he got shot. I don't want any of that to happen. I hope that he just honestly stay away from the bums, because they just no life bums, honestly, and he don't need them, right? I feel like G Herbo makes pretty good music without really needing to, get into the gang politics of things. So I feel like he's gonna be okay, and honestly, just leave the low lives alone, bro. I personally had a similar issue. I'm not gonna get into it because I'm currently fighting the case on it, but basically, like, when you try to elevate in your life and you cut off all the low lives in your life, and you express that hey, y'all are low lives, I don't want nothing to do with y'all. Y'all not elevating in life at all. You've been in the same place for 4 or 5 years. And you think, and your mindset is very childish and it's immature. People get upset and they truly do want to hurt you. So I can definitely feel that from my personal experience. So what I would say is, bro, just stay away from the low lives, bro. And real spill, bro, they don't like, they're not at the Perry Steakhouses. They're not at the, you know what I mean? They're not at the designer stores. They're not they're not at the places where you frequently hang out. So if you stay away from their low vibrational locations, then you should be pretty much okay, you know. So that's all for the video today. I hope G Herbo and whatever the situation it gets resolved. But I see y'all next video.